Welcome back to Golden Eagles Sports Report. Now is the time we turn our attention to men's basketball. While we were away, a lot has happened, so we want to give you a quick recap.
During the time we were off the air, the Golden Eagles have gone 12-1 with 7 conference victories and have climbed all the way up the rankings to number 10, the highest ranking in the Steve Wojciechowski era.
Now, there were a few more significant accomplishments that took place, including Marcus Howard breaking the Big East scoring record for a single game with 53 points against Creighton back on January 9th.
Also, junior forward Sam Hauser netted his 1,000th point of his career, becoming just the 50th player in program history to achieve that height.
However, maybe the most memorable moment of the season so far was when Marquette basketball legend Dwayne Wade returned to campus. The team honored the former player by recognizing January 20th as Dwayne Wade Day.
I'm very excited that I can be a part of this, and my teammates and the coaching staff. Al McGuire was a great person, and for his name to be on a facility that we're going to play in, it's a great thing for Marquette and Milwaukee.
We now want to welcome in men's basketball analyst Zoe Comerford. Thanks for being here, Zoe.
Thanks for having me on the show.
So Zoe, it's been an eventful few weeks for the team. What has been the biggest key to their success to start conference play?
I definitely think their defense has totally gone way above last season. They are now leading the Big East in field goal percentage defense and three-point percentage defense. So they're doing a really good job of watching the offenses of the other Big East teams and just guarding them super well and not letting them take those uncontested shots and easy shots that those teams can make. So I think that's the biggest difference from last season to this season, and especially even from non-conference to conference. They've done a fantastic job. And obviously Theo John having these big nights where he's getting double-doubles and also being a big presence in the paint, and then also having Marcus Howard, Sam Hauser, and Joey Hauser putting up those threes and just having that hot shooting is really helping them in the conference play.
Absolutely.
So now Marquette is 14-0 at the Pfizer Forum. Megan Rock and Jack Phillips were there to recap the team's last win at home against DePaul.
The snow might finally be falling here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but Theo John's repetitive block parties continue to make it feel like summer here in Pfizer Forum.
The sophomore sensation had an incredible night here in Pfizer Forum, scoring a career-high 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 blocks.
I just say for my role, just a defensive end, rebounds, blocking shots, being that energy guy, and when they throw me the ball in the post, just try to dunk everything. So they made my job pretty easy, and yeah, just trying to help the team.
Usually Marquette Nation witnesses a spectacular performance from star guard Marcus Howard. Now, he may still be chipping in a beneficial 23 points, with 15 of those points coming from the charity stripe. But Howard and his teammates continue to embrace the philosophy being spoken all season long. The strength of our team is our team.
I really thought it started with Marcus's passing to start the game. He really, I thought, made a concerted effort in the beginning of the game to share the ball. And when he does that, that becomes contagious. And, I thought we had some outstanding passes.
With the win over DePaul, the Golden Eagles moved to 14-0 at home and 6-1 in Big East Conference play. As the young team continues to evolve throughout the rest of the 2019 campaign, more and more national attention arrive at Marquette's doorstep. Yet despite all of the outside noise, Coach Wojciechowski and his number 12 ranked squad continue to block it out and climb the rankings.
I'd just say this is probably one of our overall best team wins. The point distribution was probably the best it's been for a while. And, that's just people playing unselfishly. And, that's just how our team is. Whoever's got the shot is going to take it. So.
Reporting from Pfizer Forum, I'm Megan Rock.
And I'm Jack Phillips, Marquette Wire Sports.
Now, Zoe, what do you think has contributed to Marquette's domination at home?
So I actually wrote a story about this at the beginning of the season about Fiserv Forum and just how much energy it was going to bring. And the guys were super excited about how it's a new arena. It's an NBA arena. It's one of the most high-tech arenas obviously now in D1 basketball. And just their goal was to protect the home court, and I think they're doing that. Every time they step out there, they are protecting their home court, and that's why they're 14-0 at Fiserv Forum. It's just the energy of the crowd, the energy of the student section, and just having that bow tie formation where the students are so much closer is making it a hostile environment for other teams to come in and try to beat Marquette at their home.
Unbelievable atmosphere there, and it showed up every single game so far, and it will probably continue to show up, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I definitely think it will continue to show up, especially for National Marquette Day. It's really interesting, though, because even in these games in the non-conference where they're not very good teams, there were students showing up still. And I think that's part of the reason with the new arena and everything, but I think that plays a big part in how Marquette is so successful and 14-0 at home.
For sure.
So Zoe, Marquette is starting to get more national attention now, and they're ranked the top 10 for the first time since 2012, 2013. Do you think this is a positive or negative thing, and do you think this will, affect their gameplay kind of as a distraction or anything like that?
I think that at the beginning of the season, I would have said yes, this is going to build into their ego and kind of they're going to think too much about it. But I think this whole thing of Steve Wojciechowski's win every day philosophy is really helping them take it one day at a time and not look too far ahead. And they're not looking at National Marquette Day against Villanova or against any of those other big teams that they have to beat. They're taking it one day at a time, one win at a time. And I think that's the biggest thing that's helping them keep their head level during being ranked so high.
And how about a top 10 ranking? I mean, a huge accomplishment, the highest in Wojo's era.
I mean, that's definitely, they really have to hang their heads on that. That is a very good accomplishment. I think they're just going to go up from there. If they can beat these Big East teams like Villanova, like St. John's, when St. John's comes back to Milwaukee, I think they could just only go up in the rankings.
We shall see.
Yeah, and following Marquette's win over Xavier this weekend, Coach Wojo talked in detail about his senior leader, Matt Helt. Let's take a look.
What Matt Helt did today was one of the more beautiful things I've seen happen. Coming into this game, Matt was on scout team. He was trying to simulate Jones and Haskins. And you're talking about a guy, and I'm not sure what the exact number is, but he's probably started 60 games in his career. And, his role is not the same this year as it's been the last 2 years. And he's been a really good player for us. And one of the things that I asked my team in the locker room was, if you were Matt Helt, could you have the same attitude that he's had for our team this year? And when I was his age, I don't know if I could. He is, in terms of selflessness and a pure heart and an all-in mentality, for our program as good as it gets. And we don't win without him. And coach, when you're a coach, you have to make decisions, and the decisions always have to revolve around what you think is the best for the team. It doesn't make them easy decisions, especially when you care as much as somebody, as much as I care about Matt. But the attitude that he's had and displayed is Hall of Fame level.
So, Zoe, why do you think Coach Wojo was so emotional regarding Matt Helt?
I mean, you look at Matt Helt, he's a senior center. He's played 4 years on the team, and going from last year to this year, he started in 32 games last year, and now he hasn't started in one.
Yeah.
He went from playing almost 22 minutes per game to playing 7.8 minutes per game. So that's a huge difference. And just Matt Helt having that, knowing that he played so much last year, to not playing almost at all his senior year, is probably really hard for him. And just having that positive attitude and just looking at the teams more, at the team and what's best for the team, I think that really helped. It's a really strong connection between Wojo and Helt to have that trust that Wojciechowski will put Helt in at the right times, and I think he's done that.
Yeah, he's certainly putting the team first, and that's a hard thing to do as any player, especially a college player, one that maybe hasn't matured as much and gotten that concept down, but it appears that Helt has.
I definitely agree, and I think the biggest thing is that he is a senior. This is his last year, and to not be playing as many minutes is definitely has to be hard. And I think he's taken it with grace, and I think he's just done a fantastic job just not shaming the team for not being able to play and not shaming Theo John, Ed Morrow. He's taking it like a professional.
For sure, for sure.
I just want to add one thing on that. I actually covered a story about this in our wonderful Marquette Tribune earlier this year. And in Wojo's press conference, he said, Matt gets it. I'm going to put him in. He may start. He may play 30 minutes. He might not play any time at all in a particular game. And you just see how much he truly cares. I mean, in that video, Wojo's brought to tears thinking about Matt Help and what he's meant to this program the last 4 years. And it really is important to have someone like that in the locker room and on the bench.
Exactly. I definitely agree. Matt Help has definitely brought a lot to this team the past 4 years, and I think he'll be greatly missed next season.
Definitely. And finally, the squad travels to Indianapolis to take on the Butler Bulldogs on Wednesday. What do they need to do to pick up another conference win?
So this, I think, is going to be a big game for Marquette. Obviously, it's at Butler. Hinkle Fieldhouse is a very difficult place to play. The Butler fans are going to be rowdy. It's playing top 10 team in the nation, and I think it's going to be very difficult because the dog pound and because of how energetic their fans are. And so it would be a great win for Marquette to get, but I definitely think it will be hard with Kamar Baldwin. He scores 17.4 points per game, and so you just have to limit him, double team him, and I think if they have the great defense that they've been having, plus Marcus, Sam, and Joey playing their games, I think they could win this game.
Should be a good one. Well, that just about does it for us tonight.
Thank you for watching tonight, and remember to tune in next Monday at 7 p.m. for another edition of Golden Eagle Sports Report. Signing off, I'm Nick Galle.
And I'm Shane Hogan. Good night, Marquette.